The first baseman, number 8, Sam Gilgenbach. The shortstop, number 3, Ashton Goodwin. The pitcher, number 45, Andrew Harden. The center fielder, number 2, Calvin Otto.
Or Oda.
The left fielder, number 17, Brendan Hopkins. The third baseman is number 12, Walter Oconee. The right fielder, number 11, Caden Destis. And at second base is number 21, Derek Barber. Your substitutes, number 13, Ryan Webster. Number 22, Pat Crowell. Number 24, Sammy Violet. And number 6, Jackson Fleming. The coach and manager. Coach is Jason Morrell, and the manager is Gary Ratcliffe. And now it's time to meet our home team from Torrington. Leading off, the shortstop, number 2, Luca White. The second baseman, number 5, Jack McCoy. The first baseman, number 24, Logan Tucheron. The pitcher, number 1, Will Parkhouse. The left fielder, number 8, Justin Daniel. The catcher, number 00, Colt Rogala. The right fielder, number 4, Dom DeVessel. The third baseman, number 15, Aiden Pringle. Number 13, and in center field, number 13, Angel Santana. Your substitutes, number 23, Anderson De La Cruz. Number 99, Mason Carter. Number 14, Matt Hand. And number 17, Joey Wooton. Your coaches and managers. Coaches, Matt Markhouse and Dean DeVessel. And your manager for Torrington is Joe McCoy. Your umpires for tonight's game. Behind home plate is Phil Fornaby. And on the bases are Steve Spencer, Ed Allen, and Jeff Spencer. And at this time, I would ask that you all please rise, remove your caps, and face the American flag across the street as we now honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged the bombs bursting in air, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to continuing coverage of Little League Baseball right here on SNSN. I'm Mike Minarski. Alongside me is, of course, always Mr. Jewett City, Alan here. You're right now?
I'm all right.
Just take that Paul Anka CD, put it right back on. Put it right back on those papers. You'll be good. And then, of course, on camera and also on the microphone, John Harden. What's going on, John?
Hello, Mike.
How are you, John?
I'm well, ready to play some baseball.
All right. We are in Windsor, Connecticut. And Al, why don't you give us the name of the field? And you have a little history on this field, do you not?
I do a little bit here, Michael. It's Harry Chasen Ballpark. And this gentleman led the Windsor High School baseball program for 28 seasons. And he had a distinguished career in coaching with the Windsor High School baseball team.
Okay, very good. One thing we don't know is we don't know a lot about the Torrington team. And John, from what I understand, you and Al both talked to the Torrington manager a little bit. If you can maybe give us something. I know they won their last game 19-2, so they're no slouches.
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke with the manager of Torrington, Joe McCoy, before the game. Actually, a wonderful conversation with their manager, and learned a lot about this Torrington team in a short amount of time. Their starting pitcher, Will Parkhouse, his mom and dad actually played college basketball at Messiah College out in Pennsylvania. Will himself is a 3-time Elks basketball shootout champion.
What?
Yes, quite a basketball player. And Aiden Pringle, here's a little bit of, something that you don't necessarily want to talk about, but it is motivating this Torrington team. Aiden Pringle, his dad, Adam, recently passed away, and he was going to be one of the Torrington coaches, and they just recently had the memorial service for him.
I know. Matter of fact, the players, the Jewett City players, don't know that.
Jewett City does not know that.
They do not know that at all. That was one thing right there that
And Joe McCoy himself, no slouch to baseball. He actually played college baseball at Bradley.
Really?
He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we got a little pedigree, good pedigree of players with Torrington. So right now we're about ready to play, except for the crew of umpires are behind the plate talking to the managers, discussing the rules and regulations like they always do right before any ball game. Jewett City is going to be the visiting team today. They flip a coin in from what I understand, the Little League. They do rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Well, if you've listened to me, I usually do not say coin toss. I will say connect four, tic-tac-toe, rock, paper, scissors, charades. Because you say coin toss, everybody knows there's a coin toss before the game. But, let's make sure people are listening, paying attention. And then I will hear people say, did he just say connect four?
When you first said rock, paper, scissors, I told Al, I said, no, they don't do a coin flip. John said they do rock, paper, scissors. You had me. You had me at rock, paper, scissors, John.
There you go.
Beautiful field. I don't know if you want to get a shot of the field. Very nice field here in Windsor, Connecticut. We're just outside of Hartford, maybe about 10, 15 minutes or so. One thing you notice, too, is it's very hazy today.
It is.
Very, very hazy.
That's because of those fires out in the west. All that
Is that what
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that several times. The weather has stated that on the TV.
So now this is a best 2 out of 3, Alan.
Okay.
Today being game 1, we'll be back for game 2. If game 3 does happen, then we'll be here for that one as well. But we will be here, of course, for the first. Well, we'll be here for all 3 if it goes to 3.
Right.
So we'll, of course, have to see what happens. So the managers have gone back to their respective dugouts, and the umps are taking their positions. If you didn't hear the announcement from the PA announcer, behind home plate, Philip Fornaby, he's from Manchester. First base, Jeff Spencer, he's from Vernon. Second base, Steve Spencer, and they said no relation. He's from Broadbrook. And Ed Allen will be at third base, and he is from Canton.
Okay.
So that is your blue lineup for today. So
although they're wearing black shirts, Michael.
Yeah, they are. They are. But that's all right. We always call them blue. Hey, Blue. What's up, Blue?
Well, maybe with the blue and the gray pants, maybe we'll get blue. I don't know.
All right, Torrington is now taking the field. We're just about ready to start the ball game. As you can see on the mound is number 1, Will Parkhouse, and he's a lefty. So we'll see, because I don't think that we were talking about not just the juniors, but the Little League team. They hadn't really faced too many lefties, and same thing for the juniors too. I would believe. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen one.
No, we haven't really faced too many lefties in either division, the 11-12s or 13-14s. We're facing a lefty right here in the beginning with Will Parkhouse, so we'll see how Jewett City reacts.
And it's something, because left-handed pitchers are certainly coveted, because you don't find a whole bunch at this level. Usually a left-handed pitcher, even if your ERA is over 5, you're getting $10 million a year. So
they're worth their weight in gold.
That's for sure. They got that natural slider that they can throw, which is, I don't know why righties can't do that, but the lefties can.
Well, the one thing now I noticed when I played baseball, and you'll see this, and a lot of people will talk about it, you get a better look at the ball coming from a lefty as a right-handed batter. Okay. And Jewett City does have 2 left-handers, but it is a majority right-handed lineup.
One thing I did notice about also for Torrington is during warm-ups, they get some kids with some arms. These kids can throw the ball. All right, here we go. Starting off with the state championship, game number 1. best 2 out of 3. Here's Colin Schultz leading off for Jewett City. Wearing number 5. He is the catcher for JC. And first pitch is a pop-up into right field, and it is lost by the right fielder, and Schultz bringing it into second. And he's in as DiBerselli had a hard time with that. I don't know. I mean, if you look at the sun, that could have got right into his face.
Right.
Number 8.
But he did try to dive for it, and that was a very difficult ball to catch.
Looked like it bounced off the heel of his glove out
Right.
there.
All right, here's Gilgenbach. Sam's playing first base today, batting from the left-hand side. So Jewett City leads off with you got to give him a double on that. Ball 1 outside. Here's the grounder. That is foul. They just fielded foul. One and one.
And looking at the field, Michael, it looks like that left field is a short field.
Yeah, it does. You know, with John
From this
Gilgenbach,
perspective.
they're playing a little shallow in right, I noticed.
Yes.
They're playing deeper in left for the left-handed batting Gilgenbach. Two and one. That ball is outside. I think we're going to see a lot of planes flying overhead.
Well, I believe we're in the vicinity of the flight line for Windsor Locks.
Yeah.
Or Bradley Field.
There's a strike in the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tell you what, Al, I'm going to put it out there. First player to hit the plane with the ball, they get a pizza party. How's that?
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Nothing like making it impossible. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. And Gilgenbach goes down swinging.
But the one thing that's good to see is that Jewett City's not afraid to swing right here in the beginning of this ball
yeah.
game.
That's very important. Very, very important.
Here's Ashton Goodwin, the shortstop. So we know that Drew Harden is going to start the game, but then Goodwin's going to come in right after that. Off-speed pitch, strike 1.
Yeah, like we've seen before with this Jewett City team, they're going to put Andrew on the mound in the first inning on a 20-pitch count so that he's still available for tomorrow. And then Ashton Goodwin will take it from the 2nd through the 7th.
And there's a shot down the third base line, just foul. You know, I kind of wonder. I think the reasoning for that is you get an extra inning. You know what I mean? Like Andrew could go a full 7 tomorrow.
Right. So, yeah, so Andrew's going to go behind the plate in the second inning of this game, but he is slated to be the starting pitcher once again tomorrow. So he's calling himself the opener today.
There you go.
Nice pitch, just missed. Would have been that was a tough one to hold off on. 1-2, 1 down. We are live in Windsor, Connecticut. SNN broadcasting live the Junior State Baseball Championship between Jewett City and Torrington. That was a meatball. 2-2.
Those last 2 pitches look like they could have been off-speed pitches. I don't know, to me.
I'd say Parkhouse is more of a finesse pitcher. 3-2, that ball was high. It's kind of up around the eyes. He seems like more of a spot type pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
More so than overpowering. There goes the runner to third. And Schultz is going to steal third. And Goodwin's going to get on base with a walk.
Good base running by Jewett City to get Colin Schultz over the third base on the walk to Goodwin.
All right, now we're going to turn the microphone over to Mr. John Harden because, well, we always make sure he calls his own kids at bats.
There you go.
John, all you.
Outstanding. Thank you, Mike. So first pitch to Andrews, low and inside. But coming up here in the cleanup spot, he does have Colin Schultz. And now with the steal by Ashton Goodwin, he's got runners in scoring position. Excellent time now to put a ball into play. Get that quick lead for Jewett City. Drew takes ball 2.
Seems like they take advantage of that defensive indifference a lot.
It's absolutely. Well, that's one of the things that the base coaches are looking at. Drew sees the first strike on the inside corner. Count is 2-1, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Parkhouse from the stretch. Pitches misses high, ball 3.
It's in danger of walking them full.
I think Jewett City would prefer a hit in this situation with runners on second and third.
Get that run scored.
Andrew fouls it off down the third baseline. Full count.
Absolutely no effort by the third base coach there to try to get that ball.
No.
None.
He's concentrating on other things right now. We have a full count. Runners in scoring position. 1 out. Your cleanup hitter at the plate. Here comes the pitch. That's going to drop for a base hit into shallow right field. That'll score 1. Runners on the corners. Jewett City takes an early lead, 1-0 here in the top of the first inning.
Couple of nice little shots into right field, just finding the holes and finding where to drop, and that's Schultz did that, and now Harden.
Runners on the corner, first and third.
Here's Calvin Odo, center fielder, and there goes Harden. And he's not even going to be challenged.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 2, Calvin Otto.
So now you got Harden at second and Goodwin at third. 2 ducks on the pond for Odo. Popped up foul out of play, straight back.
That might be at Windshields.
You are really hoping for that, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
At least he's honest. As long as it's not yours.
As long as it's not mine.
All right, Mr. Jewett City. We get you.
The insurance companies told me to wish that.
It was cued foul. Straight off the end of the bat.
Right, but Jewett City doing a good job of trying to maximize run production, moving their runners over in the scoring position when they do get a batter up in the box. So just like they did when Andrew was at the plate here with Calvin at the plate, runners at second and third, still 1 out. Calvin behind right now, 1-2.
Parkhouse pitching from the stretch. Fouled back and out of play.
Uh-oh.
That's going for Mr. Jewett City struck. Oh,
No.
just a bit outside.
That was heading for the high school.
It wasn't far from you.
You know, the one thing I didn't notice on the road that runs behind Windsor High School here is beware of flying objects.
Ball 2, yeah.
Including the airplanes.
There's a few of them, too. Ball 3 high. So, Parkhouse throwing a lot of pitches. Going deep in the counts. Only 1 out, 2 runners on. He's going to a full count to almost everybody. Got him looking. That was it. That was a good pitch.
That was an excellent pitch by Parkhouse right there. And you're correct. Jewett City is taking Parkhouse deep into counts, which actually could work in their favor, getting that pitch count up early.
Left fielder,
Yes, it
number
could.
17, Brendan.
Here's Brendan Hopkins, still with runners on second and third. 1 run in for Jewett City in the top of the first. It's ball 1.
At this age level, you have a maximum of 85 pitches in one day.
All right.
Inside.
Parkhouse has already exceeded his pitch count to be eligible for tomorrow, so we'll see how long Torrington leaves him out there.
Popped up in the infield. touch your knee is got it. And that's going to be the third out. So, bottom of the first, we go. 1-0. Jewett City.
Pitch count 28.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you were right, John.
Score is Jewett City 1, Torrington coming up to bat.
You are right. John Harden has an announcement.
Got to get the legal requirements out of the way.
Very important one, too.
This Little League International Tournament game is presented by Streaming News and Sports Networks, SN Radio, under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball, and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
All right, that first inning being brought to you by Grandma Carol.
Grandma Carol, how are you doing out there? She actually gave me a shout out.
A shout out?
Shout out.
Oh, I think he said shot out.
A couple of games ago.
How did she do that? What do you mean? On the
tech, yeah.
Oh, all right.
She yell at you?
She should have. So thank you to Grandma Carol. That's all I know her as, myself personally. Is that there's last name start with a P? Polonen. Okay, all right. That's what I thought. But so
that is our first baseman, Sam Gilgenbach's grandmother.
It's Grandma Carol. The bottom of the first thing sent out. Now these right here, just so you know, are being sponsored by this broadcast by Jewett City parents and a couple of businesses.
Leading off for Torrington in the bottom of the first. The shortstop, number 2, Luca.
Here's Luca White leading off for Torrington. He's the shortstop. Going to face Andrew Harden. Here's the first pitch. Ball one outside. I was playing around with Drew before the game. I was calling balls and strikes in the bullpen.
Oh, when he was warming up?
Yeah. He wasn't liking it.
And guess what they told Michael?
You're out of here.
Stick to broadcasting.
Popped up.
That's coming back here.
Ooh, and almost.
That was close, huh?
That was a bicycle.
That was a bicycle that I got it.
All right.
1-1.
No, you were in dangerous territory. I don't know if I would have messed with Andrew when he was warming up.
Ooh. Strike. 1-2.
Yeah, with that strike call over ahead, 1-2.
Swing and a miss, but gets away. And, they said he fouled it, so just got a piece of it. So White hangs in there.
Is that Luca White?
Luca.
Leadoff batter for Torrington.
Luca, yes. This team definitely has some athletes on them. And there you go. There's a shot. And Odo on the run makes the catch.
What an excellent catch by Calvin Odo in center field. He was tracking that the whole way.
Yeah, he got with the crack of the bat, he was off with it. Little JBJ on that, huh?
Little Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah. Excellent play.
Here's Jack McCoy. Second baseman. Batting in the 2-hole, 1 down. And the ball is cued right over to the pitcher, Harden, over to Gilgenbach. Quickly, 2 out. Now, what is the correct pronunciation of this name?
So when we spoke with the manager of Torrington, he explained it to us as
touch your knee.
Touch your knee.
Logan, touch your knee. We want to make sure that we have the right pronunciation for these kids because they deserve that.
Yes, they do.
He's the first baseman. Big kid. Quickly, 2 down. You might get a second inning out of Drew. It's like 6 pitches.
Quickly with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, but I don't know if they'll let him go any further. You could be right. I mean, the 20 pitch count for being eligible for the next day, but the plan was to pitch the first, bring in Ashton. Andrew go behind the plate for the remainder of the game.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Just outside.
Andrew definitely wanted that pitch. That must have just missed on the outside corner.
Logan touching. He looks like he's got some power. So you don't want to give him too much to hit. And he didn't. He walks him.
The pitcher, number 1, Will.
So 2-out walk brings up
Number 1.
the pitcher. Position number 1. Number 1 on his back. Anything about that, Mr. Jewett said he?
Very good.
Touch your own is touch your knee is going. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to get in between, and touch your knee is going to get over to third as he was running. Nice hit and run there, and a base hit by Parkhouse.
The left fielder, number 8, Justin Dattel. Number 8.
Here's Justin Dattel, left fielder, with a runner in scoring position.
The tie-in run at third.
There goes Parkhouse. There's a foul back, so Parkhouse will have to come back. Now he's got to get. I bet he's getting close to that 20 pitch count.
Getting close to the 20 pitch count, so we'll have to see if he can get this third out, or they're going to pull him before that third out happens.
There goes Parkhouse again, and I think they're going to get out of it. Back
and
to
he helps
Harden.
himself out to get the third out.
So a couple of
Wait, bringing him back. Umpire called dead ball at the plate.
Oh, okay. After I marked up my book.
Oh. All right.
0-2, and he's got a new life. There's a ball, and Parkhouse has got to be tired. It's the third time he went.
All right, wearing him out. So Torrington takes second base on the defensive indifference. With the runner at third, they weren't going to throw over the second.
Can hit him,
Hit batter.
and that's going to load him up.
The catcher, number 00, Colt Regala.
So the bases are loaded for Regala. Colt is the catcher. And the Harden's looking in to see how many pitches he's at.
Yeah, we're definitely getting close on that 20 pitch count. Andrew wants to finish out this inning and get that third out.
Ball 1
He's got to
inside.
come after this batter. First pitch just misses inside. Ball 1.
I'm counting about 12.
I think he's deeper than that. I think he's around.
Comes back with a strike there.
17 or 18 at this point.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Bottom of the first inning.
Foul back.
So Andrew fights back, gets ahead of Regala, 1-2.
He's only got a few pitches left. If they're going to go ahead and do that and bring him back tomorrow, he's got to get him right here. Popped up. Schultz dives for it, but just out of his reach.
Just missed it, pal. That just was outside the reach of his glove. Tough play for the catcher. We've talked about it before. He's got to get up, throw the helmet, find the ball, and then make the catch. Not as easy as it sounds.
So Drew got himself in a little bit of a jam here. Trying to get out of it. Bases loaded for Torrington. There's a pop-up. Left fielder running in, and shortstop can't get it. Fair ball, base hit, And a run scores, and all the runners move on up. So Touch a Knee comes home to score the first run for Torrington. Parkhouse to third, Detel to second, and Regala with an RBI single.
And here comes manager Gary Ratcliffe to the mound.
Yeah. That must have been pitch number 20. So I was pretty close.
Or he's
it?
close.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming. He's not happy that he was not able to finish the first.
Yep.
You know, we did have the walk. We had the hit batter. Then the ball that fell into shallow left just outside of the reach of Ashton Goodwin. But just like we said, Ashton Goodwin now on the mound. Colin Schultz will stay behind the plate, probably to finish out the first, and then we'll see Andrew donning the catcher's gear.
Who will go to short at that point?
That's actually a good question. We have a couple of potential people coming into short. They could put Colin in at shortstop. You could put Calvin Odo over there, but he's playing a pretty good center already.
So Chris Polonen says Grandma Carol is watching.
Outstanding.
That is outstanding.
Is number 3, Ashton Goodwin.
This half inning, though, again, you know, like I said, most of these sponsors are actually parents of the Jewett City squad.
Well, it shows you how important of a game this is, Michael,
Yep.
for the parents to step up and start helping them with the sponsorships of these games.
So the bottom of the first, this inning right here that we're in right now is brought to you by the Deskus Ratcliffe family.
All right.
And those are also parents. And Trish is
Jewett City Little League board member.
there you go.
She's been instrumental in helping us get to the different fields that we've done games from.
She's like, what? DiBaselli up with the bases loaded. First one to go up against Ashton Goodwin, who's now on the mound. Takes strike one. So Drew is still going to be available tomorrow.
Drew is available tomorrow. They got him right at the 20 pitch count.
And there's a grounder right back to Goodwin, on over to Gilgenbach. And that's going to end the inning and stop the bleeding.
After 1 inning of play, score is all tied.
So it's 1-1 after 1 inning. So far, we appreciate the efforts from Grandma Carol and the Deskus Ratcliffe family for sponsoring inning numero uno.
And any of you people that are out there watching this on YouTube, make sure you give us some of your comments that you would like us to put out for you.
So we have a special guest right now. I'm going to put that right up to there you go. It's Brent D'Amico. Brent is the manager of the 11-12 team. Hey, what's up, Brent?
Not much. Here trying to support the juniors. We should be back in Jewett City practicing right now, but unfortunate, we're here supporting.
Yeah, it's good that you do that. That just shows good sportsmanship after a tough loss in the sectional final against Manchester the other night.
Yeah,
so
very dark loss.
I listened to your morning show this morning, and you're so right. Myself included, being that Little League was such a big part of my life. And then I know these kids will never forget, myself, Jam Mills, Jody Patello, and Rob Gray, never mind all the parents. It's more of a family kind of thing. And let me tell you, the last 3 days have been rough for myself. So.
Yeah. So let's get the camera right on over here on Mr. D'Amico here. There we go. So, yeah, it has been a very rough couple of days, but sometimes the rules are helping you. Sometimes they hurt you, and there's not a lot, unfortunately. And I wish you guys were moving on, and I don't mean to be sticking or jabbing in your ribs there.
I know.
Because it's true what I said, and I know it is with you too, is that you start with baseball, and you get all these kids. You had those kids on your team, and they're going to remember this and this experience.
Yeah,
throughout their
100%.
lives. So.
I mean, John Harden knows.
Al
with
Gear.
JJ being on the team.
Yeah.
Al did it when I was a kid. Never mind. It's just like you said. It's a family. You coach these kids ever since they're in T-ball all the way up through, and it's just like you said, it doesn't end here, but literally it's just a special time.
I think what was the coolest thing for me, knowing that these kids are going to be all right, is when A, you're talking about the dinner yesterday, and B, when they were all having a competition between Jewett City and Manchester doing the worm on the field.
Yeah.
It's, I know
just
the
kids
game's
being
going
kids,
on here.
right?
It's just, you have the parents and the coaches kind of fighting for the game, and you have the kids kind of laughing, having a good time, and that's what it's truly about. And I said that to Jim on the field, So.
Exactly. Oconee bounces 1 to third here to lead off the top of the second. Brent, go be with your family, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, SNSN.
Anytime, man.
John, there you go. Get that
There you go.
voice on there.
Isn't he something?
All right.
Jeez. I got the best crew in non-paid baseball. Popped up. That is going to be in short range. Well, in the infield, second baseman tracks it as McCoy pulls it down, and Oconee is retired for the first out of the top of the second. Here's Caden Deskus.
The right fielder, number 11, Caden Deskus.
And this top inning, top of the second, brought to you by the Taylor family.
Thank you to the Taylors.
Swing and a miss. Deskus down in the count 1-2. There's a fly ball to center field. Pretty much right at Santana. Didn't have to move much for the putouts. So 2 quick outs for Jewett City here in the top of the second. Here's Derek Barber. Number 9 hitter playing second base.
Right, you don't know if it's a function of getting those first inning jitters out of the way or you're facing batters lower in the lineup.
There's a liner, and again, dropped by the right fielder, but then again, he had to again dive. So that was one of them. That was like one of those seeing eye singles.
Right, DiVaselli hasn't had very many balls that he's had to easy field.
No.
It's been difficult for him.
Yeah,
He's had the range.
Here's Schultz, who scored the lone Jewett City run after he hit it to DiVaselli himself and ended up with a double. And then came around and scored. There goes Barber, foul back, so Barber will have to come back and do it again.
Wow. That was close, Mike.
I'm counting the times Mr. Jewett City says, wow. That's 5. We've got 5 wows for Mr. Jewett City right now.
We'll keep a tracker over here.
You know what? I'm going to get a graphic and put it up there. Every time he says, wow, I'm going to hit it. Wow. And there's almost a base hit, but the shortstop grabs it and flips it to second. So Luca White, it just came right out of his glove, and then he flipped it over to McCoy for the out. So call that 6-4.
Nice recovery by the shortstop to get the force out at second, to get Torrington out of that inning without any more runs scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, going to go to the bottom of the second. So once again, first, thank you very much to the Taylor family for sponsoring that half of an inning. And now we're going to go to the bottom of the second. And this one's going to be brought to you by the Hopkins and Harrell family.
And on my scorecard, Michael, I got 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up.
I think you are correct.
For
Wow.
Torrington.
Wow.
Wow. There you go. Mark that down, will you? Wow.
Hey, no, that doesn't count. When I say it does not count for your tally.
Oh, just me.
Just you.
Okay. Well, hopefully there's no more wows.
Oh, there it is again.
Because I don't want to become a member of that windshield group.
No, do you have windshield insurance?
Yes, I do, but still, I got better things to do during my day than to go to get my windshield replaced.
Yeah, whatever.
I can bring them down to your place.
You don't
Michael.
have anything to do except watch Red Sox games on the DVR.
Yeah,
that's all you do. That's Jean.
That's about it. That's right.
And listen to the scanner.
She's even got a Red Sox hat on tonight.
Jean, has he converted you to being a Red Sox fan?
No,
or
she was
you
always there.
Yeah.
Ever since we went up to Fenway Park, Michael, I think you were part of that crew. We took a limo up there.
That's right. That's right. That was a blast.
And we were yelling out in the outfield. And
the third baseman, number 15.
I think the public address announcer is having some issues today. It's not as easy as it looks, just so you know. Unless you're John Harden, and then it's just easy.
Well, he's a natural.
He is. Anyway, it's Aiden Prindle, the third baseman. 1-1 is the score. We are in the bottom of the second. This is game 1 of the State Juniors Boys Baseball Championships. There's a rope. Just foul. It's on the left field line. It's kind of deceiving how much foul territory there is here.
Yes. From our vantage point.
It doesn't look like much when you look at it, but from what we've seen in gameplay, there's pretty good foul territory.
Yeah. The 0-2 pitch. It's like a curve that didn't really curve. More of an off-speed pitch. Prindle was way ahead of that one. All right, Al, do it.
Strike 3 for the first out.
I thought you were going to say your trademark word.
No. Nothing was hit towards the car, Michael.
Wow.
Number 13, Angel Santana.
Here's Angel Santana, the center fielder, made a nice play out in the field last inning.
There's rules to the catchphrase.
There is.
That only Al knows.
Yeah. And only Al enforces. Oh, goodness. Foul tip at the plate, 1-1. One thing about both teams, you can see both teams, the kids are hacking. They're swinging.
Yeah.
They're not waiting for him. Well, let's get out of the way so you can get a. No, I can see fine.
They're absolutely not. They're coming up here. They're swinging the bat. The pitchers are throwing strikes. This is the state championship. This is the best of the best.
Absolutely. Bounced off the plate. And you're right. Drew Harden is behind the plate. And it looks like, is that Odo at short? Yeah. Odo's in short. Gilgenbach is in center. So
And Colin moved to first.
Maybe some wholesale changes here.
So it was all the players we had discussed previously. They're just in different spots.
And we got a member of the Crowell family right here taking pictures. That's a heck of a lens. It's like 7 feet long. You better be careful. These will end up on Instagram.
Oh, they do? Yeah, she'll post social
you put
media.
A lot up on Instagram, yeah. They're always good pictures, too. They always come up on my feed. Yeah, I think Ashton knew that one got away from him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What's that, Alan?
No, I was just going to give the count. That's all, Michael.
Wow.
No wows.
Oh, where did that miss? 3-2.
Count. Full count.
And there's a liner into center. That's going to be a base hit. Gilgenbach gets it in.
That'll drop for Santana. And actually good batting by Santana. You're in a 3-2 count. You're looking fastball. He saw fastball, and he took it to center field.
Here's White, who lined out. Oh, that was a quick toss. Almost got Santana sleeping over there. He lined out to Odo when he was in center.
Two close plays at first base here.
Even Drew almost threw down there.
That's one thing. Jewett City's not afraid to throw down. Drew has caught people with the quick throws down the first base and third base line.
And there goes Santana. And Drew Kidd couldn't get the ball out of the glove. Just so you know, Griswold High School may be looking for a starting catcher next year.
I have heard that, and we have noticed the Griswold High School coach at some of the games during this tournament season.
Even though Merchant, who was catching for most of the season, I don't think he wants to catch. I could be wrong.
You know, a want-to thing and then doing the needs of the team, you know, it's two different things. And sometimes, you know, as players, you have to do – there's a pitch high for a ball. You have to do what's required for the team and puts the team in the best position to win. And I think having a deeper bench with people that can play that type position just puts Griswold High School in a better spot going into next year.
Santana taking a big lead, and they're going to get him picked off. Right now he's in a pickle. Trying to walk him back. There's Odo. He's going to toss it on over. And we're going to be here all day, folks. He's just going to go ahead in, and Gilgenbach, the center fielder, comes in and covers second and got him. Oh, yeah, cover that. Let's see. 6'4", 6'5", 8. I just kind of made that up. So
all right.
It's pretty darn close.
You might be pretty close with that one.
And the count on White is 3 balls, 1 strike.
So that's 2 outs.
And 2 outs.
Three and 1. And ball 4. Here's McCoy, who bounced all out to Drew Harden the first time up.
Number 5, Jack McCoy. Number 5.
It's ball inside. You're shaking your head no. Got him! Picked off!
Wow.
Took some good defense. And he's smiling too, he knew it. He knew it.
Hey, really no discussion by the first base coach.
No.
What a tag by Jewett City.
Yeah. So Luca White gets picked off to end the inning. And that means Jack McCoy will get another shot.
Oh, yeah?
He'll get another shot in the top of the
third.
The top of the third. The bottom of the third, excuse me.
There you go.
We have a guest here right now.
There you go.
So here's we have the assistant district administrator of the tournament, right? Of the state tournament. Okay, bring it right up to your mouth.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Tell everybody what your name is.
My name's Steve.
Steve. Does Steve have a last name today?
Warnecki.
All right.
So how long have you? Now you're the assistant district administrator.
Right.
What does that mean?
Basically, we're the ones that run the districts with all the leagues and get everything organized. Then we get to choose. We put in for the junior state tournament every year. This is like our 6th year hosting the junior state tournament.
Yep.
And we enjoy doing it. It's fun. We have a good time with it. And
Right here in Windsor, you mean, right?
we use different locations. The last 3 years we've held it here. We also have fields in Windsor Locks and South Windsor that we'll use as well. When the tournament's been a little bigger, usually we have sectionals and districts and states. This year we just got the state tournament.
So there's only 3 teams in the state tournament this year. Two. How many are there usual?
Last couple years, well, this year there was 5. There was 2 sections, a sectional where Torrington played with District 5, District 6, and District 8, and Jewett City played with District, I think, 10 or 11. And then those 2 section winners are now meeting up here for the next 3 days, hopefully 3 days.
Gotcha. So how long have you been involved in Little League Juniors baseball?
This is actually just finishing my 24th year.
Oh, my God.
I've been coaching for 24 years. I've been running the juniors program up in this area for probably about 12 or 13 years now. Started out with a little 4 or 5 team league. I've turned it into a 16 team league over 4 different districts that play with us during the regular season.
And that's something in itself, because a lot of towns, they're shrinking in size, and you guys are growing.
Right. Well, a lot of towns are combined. Like our teams are Windsor Locks, and East Windsor. So we're a combined team to form 2. But, most towns only have 1 or 2 teams in the league. So it's more of a travel league now. You don't see a lot of in-town playing like you did when I played.
Me too.
20 years.
We had 8 teams in Little League.
Right. And you played against each other, and that was it.
Yeah.
But this is great baseball to see the best 2 teams in the state getting together to battle it out. It's kind of depressing that there's no regionals this year or World Series.
I was just going to ask you, why is there none of that for this age group?
Little League International decided to not do it this year. They're only doing it for the 12-year-old group, for Williamsport.
Yeah.
They said because of COVID and getting volunteers and all of that, they weren't sure what the situation was going to be with mask requirements and how bad COVID was still going to be at this time. So they just, for this year, they scratched everything past the state level, which stinks because usually we're the district that sends one of these 2 teams to New Jersey, which is where the regionals would usually be held, and then to go to the World Series. Torrington actually 3 years ago was 2 wins away from going to the World Series.
Nice.
They won the states and kind of lost the first game in the regional tournament to Delaware. Then they went out and they beat Maine, they beat New York. Then they lost again to Delaware, which would have, if they had won that game, it would have put them in the regional finals, and they almost had a chance to go to Michigan.
Now, Connecticut sent a team to the 11-12 World Series, didn't they? Or was it New Canaan? There's a shot into left field. That is going to be caught. Gilgenbach's going to have to go back to first base.
Fairfield for the Little League.
Fairfield, that's right. They went twice, did they not?
Yeah, they've been there a lot. They're good. We do have a local team here, 12-year-old team from Windsor Locks that actually did win the World Series in 1965. Got it. And that's kind of Windsor Locks' claim to fame, was the World Series championship of 1965. And the funny thing about that tournament was every game was single elimination. So you had to run. You basically had to run the table from start to finish. You couldn't lose a game. Nice catch.
Wow. And they're going to be able to double them up easily. So double play to end the inning in the third for Jewett City. No runs, nobody left on base. Bottom of the third we go. 1-1 is the score. So thank you very much for stopping on by. I really appreciate it. Give me one thing that you would love to see baseball, Little League baseball, grow into next. The next evolution of it.
Next evolution. Indoor stadium, so we're not out here sweating.
And first base ump like that one.
Yeah, like Mr. Spencer over there.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you very much.
No, there's really not more you can evolve. You got to try to get more kids back involved and try to rebuild the game.
Yeah.
Travel baseball is really hurting a lot of that. Or there's so many travel leagues to play now, so a lot of these, especially at this level, the older kids are all going to play travel.
Gotcha.
So it'll be nice to see if we could just try to keep this going and not watching it fade every year to less and less teams and keep it cranking. And hopefully, and that's what I'm trying to do up here, is keep it going and and drive the game and do a lot. I've done a lot in 24 years, and I'm going to continue to do this as long as my health allows me to. And I'm 41 years old. I started when I was 17, so I'm hoping to.
So you must really love it for the game and for the kids.
I've never had a kid in the program. I do it because I love doing this. I love being out here with the kids. And even though my team's not playing it, I love coming out here, representing our district and trying to put on a good show for the two towns that are here and to see some great baseball between two of the best teams in the state.
Well, I got to tell you, I mean, when I got here today, you came right over and said hello. And, and you know, we really appreciate the hospitality and, you know, letting us be here, along with Little League Baseball letting us be here as well, too.
This is spectacular. It's the first time I've ever seen a game be broadcast, so it's actually pretty cool.
You're going to see more and more of it, trust me.
It's fun to see, and what you guys are doing for Jewett City and to go around. I heard you do a lot of their all-star games, even at the younger levels.
Yeah,
so for what you guys are doing is just outstanding. It's great, and maybe this will be something that Little League will get a little more lenient on and not have to fill out all these waivers and paperwork, and we can get more of this and put the game out there a little bit more for people to see.
I think that's what's needed.
I agree.
All right. And McCoy tipped right to the second baseman on over to Schultz.
I'm going to go back to my post, and it was a pleasure.
Nice talking to you, man.
Pleasure seeing you guys.
We'll talk to you. Play some more good music up there.
We'll try.
Yeah. I mean, when you played Carry On Wayward Son now, I'm good.
Okay, no request.
Evanescence.
You can do that.
Hailstorm.
Evanescence, Bring Me to Life or whatever.
Yeah, that's good. That'll work. That's a rocking tune.
Number 24, Logan.
Thanks, man.
Baby Shark will be big.
No Baby Shark. No baby. Really?
All right. Here's Logan to touch your arm.
Well, or touch your knee.
Touch your knee. I'm sorry.
Maybe if it's a remix, we can go with Baby Shark.
There you go.
So Logan walked and scored the one Torrington run. I mean, it's been a great game, 1-1.
Yes.
You know, we're in the bottom of the third. You know, I think both teams had some championship jitters, but they seem to have calmed down. There's a high fly ball. Gilgenbach underneath it, and he just goes just a little past him, and he gets back in, and Tuchini is going to be in second with a double. Brings up Parkhouse.
One out.
Now batting, number 1, Will Parkhouse.
Batting from the left-hand side. One down, bottom of the third. I heard you groan over there.
Well, the umpire called that one a little bit low, so I was just exhaling.
That's a strike. 1-1.
But no, they were talking about the success of this Torrington team. Actually, this Torrington team last year won states, and they won states in 2018. But from last year's team, there's 6 players from that team that are on this team.
Ball gets away, and Logan Tuchini is going to get to third. So the go-ahead run now on third base with only one out.
And Torrington's threatening again.
Swing and a miss. It was kind of like a oops. I don't think he wanted to swing at that one. Alan, what do you think?
Well, I think he got caught with one of those off-speed pitches, I believe. And he was halfway through his swing and
nice stop by Harden.
Full count, 3-2.
All 4.
Now batting, number 8, Justin Patel.
Here's Patel, who got hit by a pitch his first time up and was stranded at second. Goodwin looking over to Schultz, and Parkhouse is going to make it down to second with absolutely nobody covering. Defensive indifference. That's right.
Yeah, with the runner on third base, Jewett City's going to let them take second, put the runners over, attack this batter. Ashton has 2 strikes against him right now. They just don't want to give up that run that easily to Torrington.
And that's going to be through the shortstop and the third baseman, Odo and Aconi. And that's a base hit for Patel. Gets an RBI, 2-1, Torrington. Parkhouse over to third. So it seems like this
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now batting for Torrington, number 23, Anderson De La Cruz.
There's De La Cruz.
So substituting here in the third inning for Torrington.
Batting for Regala. And swing and a miss. And Patel goes off to second. So we're back to second and third again with only 1 out. Jewett City in a jam. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, the force play is over. So right now, just attack the batters. You got 2 strikes right now against De La Cruz. You got 1 out. As long as you can hold those base runners, Jewett City can get out of this.
Looks like we have another alternate coming in after De La Cruz. Ball is high, 1-2. On deck, looks like it is Joey Wooten.
Wooten with 2 T's.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to miss strike 3. Goodwin gets him swinging.
So right there, just attack the batters, get the strikeout. Wooten coming up to the plate. You got runners second and third. No force play. Just keep attacking them at the plate.
Yeah. So Torrington has gone ahead 2-1 here in game 1 of the state championships.
Number 17, Joey Wooten.
It's like we said, it's Joey Wooten, number 17, batting in DiBerselli's spot. That ball is high. Swing and a miss. That was some heat from Goodwin.
Strike 2 ahead quick, 0-2 on Wooten.
Got him.
Swing and a miss.
So Goodwin executing exactly what Jewett City had to do. They had the runners on second and third. They had given up the go-ahead run earlier in the inning with the base hit that went through the hole. But attacked the next 2 batters, got 2 strikeouts. They're out with any further damage being done.
But your Torrington team now goes ahead 2-1, going to the top of the 4th inning for JC. And you'll have 5, 6, and 7 coming up.
Look at that. I asked him to play a song, and he does.
There you go.
Little Evanescence.
That's customer service.
Yes, it is.
Well, he's been involved in Little League quite a few years, as he stated.
Huh?
He's
24
been,
years.
24 years, yes.
So we're going to the top of the fourth inning. And unlike Little League, this is a 7-inning game.
Mm-hmm.
Little dig at John there. Sorry, John.
Hey, that's good. I can own it.
I think that's why we started a half an hour early. Also, because the days are definitely getting shorter now, Michael.
Yes, sir. That is true, Mr. Jewett City.
And by the way, I don't know how many more woos you got or wows. I think I had at least 2 more. While you were talking to the district administrator. So,
all right.
Just keeping track. I want to kind of interested now how many are going to get into this game.
All right, here we go to the top of the fourth. Calvin Odo struck out the first time up.
Number 2, Calvin Otto. Number 2.
Calvin was called out on strikes his first time up.
Popped up. It's going to be foul back and out of play. Looks like the ump was trying to get it. There's a fly ball into short right field. And it was hauled in by Diberselli. Over to right. And it's going to bring up
Number 13.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now batting for Jewett City is number 13, Ryan Webster.
Ryan Webster, his first time up today. Foul ball. Just almost took a spectator's ear off.
Right into the batting.
Ball outside.
Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two, Webster.
Looks at a ball high, 2-1.
I believe that's 3-1, Michael.
3-1, excuse me.
That's all right.
Popped up. That's first baseman. Touch a knee, picks it out in foul territory. So 2 down as Parkhouse has really settled down after the first inning.
2 quick outs.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now batting for Jewett City is number 6, Jackson Fleming.
Jackson Fleming
Number 6.
up to bat in WJ Oconee spot. Ball 1. 2 quick outs.
Yes.
There's a grounder. Slow roller to third. They're going to turn and throw, and they're going to get him by a step. Nice throw by Parkhouse.
Three up, 3 down for JC.
Pitch count 56.
Yeah, Mike, you were saying Parkhouse has really settled down after that first inning. They just announced his pitch count. After 4 innings, he's only at 56 pitches.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's really settled down.
A man of his word. Here is Baby Shark.
Oh, no, not Baby Shark. We're going to have to end the broadcast now.
Oh, there's dancing. I see it. It gets them every time.
Some of the kids are coming out going, what is this? All right, I want to thank some of our sponsors. One of them, of course, Two Sisters Business and Shipping Center, right in Jewett City on Wedgwood Drive, all the way down the back. Thank you very much to Two Sisters Shipping and Business Center for sponsoring and supporting this broadcast. Also, McGuire Plumbing and Heating in Griswold, thank you very much to that family. They've been in business for a long time. McGuire Plumbing and Heating in Griswold. You got a story? You got a story about it? Good.
No, not really a story.
Okay. So thank you to both of those sponsors right there, as well as Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency in Central Village, Plainfield, right up on Route 12. They've been there for many, many years. They're going on 30 years, man. Not quite. They haven't hit 30 years yet, but they're getting there. And Kevin Trahan can service all of your insurance needs. The Allstate Insurance Agency, the Trahan agency. And look at this guy, Kevin Trahan. He's the best looking guy in insurance right there. Look, I got his picture up there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a handsome man. Look at that. Would you buy insurance from him? Yes, I would.
I would definitely buy insurance from Kevin Trahan.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, back to the ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bottom of the fourth.
Now batting and leading off for Torrington.
Another alternate.
99, Mason Carter.
Here's Mason Carter, number 99. He takes strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Well, Torrington's clinging to that 2-1 lead currently.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him in 3 pitches. So Goodwin has just struck out 3 in a row.
Yeah.
That's 4 strikeouts for
This
Goodwin.
is Matt Hand.
Matt Hand batting in Santana.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for Torrington is number 14, Matt Hand. Number 14.
One down here in the bottom of the fourth. Torrington leads 2-1. Popped foul. Into the veranda section. We're in the mezzanine.
The mezzanine?
We're in the mezzanine
I'll take
section.
the mezzanine.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So where they got the hot dogs over here? Hot dogs and the chowder.
Yeah, they're going to burn them up.
Didn't you say you were getting chowder the other day?
Yeah.
You had chowder waiting for you at home.
Every mezzanine section has chowder.
Connie evens up 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chowder.
Chowder.
It's wicked awesome. Mike Monarski, John Harden, and Mr. Jewett City Algier in the dirt. 3-1. I still don't understand why they don't. I mean, this is a really nice park. Don't get me wrong. But why don't they play in parks that have lights?
Excellent question, because this is a beautiful facility here at Windsor High School.
3-2. Well kept.
But I have to be honest, one of the first things I noticed when I drove up this afternoon was the lack of lighting on the field.
I mean, the field is manicured. I mean, it's beautiful. Just low.
I'll bring up top of the order.
Luca White. He got picked off last time up.
Yes, he did.
I just hit myself. Fly ball into short. They're going to get the guy at second as the ball just out of reach. Nobody called anybody off there, so there's some communication issue there. But they still got the out.
Number 5, Jack.
And White reaches on.
No, and that's not the first time we've seen that by Jewett City this afternoon. They're going to really have to tighten up that defense, start communicating as fielders, because those balls are going to start dropping here in later innings. It could do some damage that's not recoverable.
Here's McCoy 0 for 2. Bounced to the pitcher and bounced to the pitcher who deflected it to the second baseman to first. So 0 for 2. And there goes White. Torrington with another runner in scoring position. Luca White got a base on just now on a fielder's choice. And there's a liner that's going to drop in front of Gilgenbach, and a run is going to come through and score. So an RBI for Jack McCoy. 3-1 Torrington. And Al, I don't know if you've noticed, John, I don't know if you've noticed. They're not playing with the long ball or the bomb. They're singling you and doubling you to death.
Yes. Yep. Getting the bat on the ball.
That's what it takes. Here's Logan, touch your knee.
Run at first. 2 outs here for Torrington.
Now batting is number 24, Logan Tucherone. Number 24.
Quick toss on over. Trying to keep McCoy honest at first. There are 2 outs, 1 run in for Torrington.
Schultz checking on McCoy before he throws it back to Ashton. Yeah, keeping him honest on the base paths because Torrington has been moving.
There's another ball.
On the pitcher motion.
You got to get the ball over the plate, though, and Goodwin's having a little bit of a control issue this inning. Right back to the pitcher. He's going to underhand it over to Schultz for the out. However,
Pitch count 53.
1 run in, 1 left on base for Torrington. 3-1 the score. We're getting deep into the game. We're going to the top of the 5th now. And I think we're going to see some alternates come up right now as well.
Yes. There's our number 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Jewett City. Top of the 5th.
So one thing that was interesting with the pitch count when they made the announcement for Ashton, he's at 53 pitches, which is just a couple below where Parkhouse was. But we have to remember Parkhouse has gone through 4. Ashton's gone through 3 1/3. So Parkhouse being much more efficient with his pitches.
Yes.
Parkhouse is doing a really good job on the mound. He's just throwing strikes is what he's doing.
Jewett City's going to have to get their bats going, though.
I think another one of our sponsors, brand spanking used. That's a horrible graphic I put up there. Oh my God. Brand spanking used thrift store.
In the Slater Mill Mall.
Slater Mill Mall. I'll tell you, they got some deals there.
Haven't been in there yet.
You got to get down there, Al.
Yes.
I bought a couple of pairs of jeans. I'm not kidding you. I got 3 pairs for $17.
Wow.
You've been there too, yeah.
You got it again.
Yeah.
You got it again, Michael.
Huh?
I gave you another wow.
Oh, see? Yeah. You weren't thinking, dude. So thank you very much to Brand. Oh, Al, that's going right to your car. Oh, no. Alan.
No.
By about 10 feet.
Here comes the ice cream, man.
I want ice cream really bad right now. I wonder if he's got water.
I'm thinking if you can get it through.
Counts 0-2.
So Sammy Violet called out on strikes for the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring up number 22, Patty Crowell, to the plate. Another one of Jewett City's lefties. Facing the left-hander Parkhouse. Patty watches first pitch strike. Parkhouse now with no runners on is coming from a full windup. Patty with a hit into center field. Going to be caught by the center fielder.
That was number 22, Patty Crowell.
Second out.
2 outs.
Now batting for Jewett City is number 5, Colin Schultz.
Colin Schultz coming to the plate. This is Jewett City's leadoff batter. Playing first base after the shift in pitchers to Ashton Goodwin. Swinging at the first pitch, pops it up into the middle infield. Caught by Torrington's third baseman. Jewett City goes down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th inning. Your score still Torrington 3, Jewett City 1. So, Al, with us getting into the later innings of this game, it's only a 2-run difference we have right now, which I think Jewett City can really
come back.
They can come back, but I think what they probably don't realize right now is that they're holding this Torrington offense to 3 runs going into the bottom of the 5th inning. This is a team that's been scoring above 10 runs routinely in this tournament season.
Yes. And they got quite a bit of talent on that team.
A very talented, very athletic team.
Yeah.
As we get a ball right here in front of us at the fence.
Yep. All right. Love that dirty water.
I know the song selection here has been eccentric.
Yes.
I know Mike's gotten a kick out of it. There was Kansas earlier. He requested Effervescence. They played it. He told us he was going to play Baby Shark, and he did.
He did. Yep. And that's the district administrator. Playing that.
That's the assistant district administrator playing the music here for us at Windsor High School right now.
All right, due up for Torrington. Let's see. We got the 4, 5, and 6 batters coming up. Parkhouse, Dettel, and I believe De La Cruz. I'm not positive on that, but we'll soon see.
Right, we'll see, because there has been substitutions from both teams in the earlier innings. They're getting everybody in so that they can make sure that they have at least their minimum playing time here in the state championship. And Parkhouse, what a game he's having. Starting pitcher for Torrington. He's got a 3-1 lead right now.
Right.
At the plate, getting it done at the plate and getting it done on the mound.
Yes, he is. And this is the bottom of the 5th for Torrington.
Ashton Goodwin catching the top of the strike zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike against Parkhouse. That ball is a little low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Bottom of the 5th, Parkhouse, number 1, starting pitcher for Torrington at the plate. Little hesitation. Looks like he wanted that one, let it go, and then it caught the outside corner, strike 2.
1-2 to Parkhouse.
Very slow and deliberate. They caught him looking, called third strike. First out, Parkhouse going back to the dugout. Jewett City throwing around.
Jewett City needed that.
They absolutely needed that. Not just for the out to get them closer to the end of the inning, but to be able to sit down Parkhouse. That's going to do a little bit for the motivation inside for Jewett City.
Uh-oh.
Now batting, number 8, Justin Cattell.
No.
Number
Miss.
8.
Want a soda?
I'll take a soda.
Have a soda, man.
A Coke?
Yeah, that's what you want. They're everybody's. I had to take a break and go get something to drink. It was the ice cream man that showed up.
The ice cream man.
Ice cream man, yeah, parked up right behind us.
The ice cream man delivered.
I almost got a Choco Taco, but
1-1.
1-2.
I'm putting it out there. If any batter is able to get it into the ice cream man truck's open window, I'll buy him a bomb pop.
There you go.
I'll buy him 2 bomb pops.
Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Detel. Foul back, and the count remains at 2-2.
I want to thank you for watching. You're right here on SNSN. We appreciate you spending part of your Monday evening with us.
Make sure you tell your friends and neighbors about this show. I'll tell you, very few leagues get to broadcast their games on YouTube.
Curveball fouled off. He was way ahead of that one.
Thanks to Michael and SNSN and YouTube.
Well, it's you know what?
Great.
It's you know what? We're a team.
Yep.
We are absolutely a team.
And the team effort helps.
2-2. Inside.
And counts full at 3-2.
3-1 Torrington. The bottom of the 5th. Popped up. It's going to be in foul territory. Gilgenbach chasing. If you notice, Gilgenbach is now back at first. Odo is back in center, and Schultz is at short.
So really back to starting positions with the exception of the swap here between the pitchers with Ashton Goodwin and Andrew Harden. Andrew Harden now behind the plate, who actually
And
opened
Schultz
this
at
game
short.
up. And then Schultz moves to short.
Just a little rotate there. Ball
Where
4.
Ashton Goodwin was. Looks like that was supposed to be a breaking pitch that didn't break. That's going to walk. Detel. Oh, I just got dive bombed by a bug in the eye. Just
That's classic. You all right?
That bug was drone controlled.
Do you know I get more stuff in my eye while wearing my glasses instead of not? It's weird.
Is number 4, Dom DiBaselli.
There's Dom DiBaselli.
Correction, number 00.
Oh, excuse me.
Regala.
I'm just glad my
Regala,
contact
I'm
didn't pop
sorry.
out.
Regala has been up once. He got a base hit in the first inning. Ball 1. What are they feeding the kids in Torrington? They're huge.
They're eating their Cheerios
I tell
or
you,
their Wheaties.
big kids. Ball gets away, and Detel is going to go to second, and he's hucking it to third. And here's the throw, and he's going to be safe. And guess what? That ball gets away, and he's going to come all the way home. 4-1 Torrington. Good heads-up base running by Detel as he just kept going.
That's one thing Jewett City can't afford to do in a game like this. Not only is it the state championship, but playing a team like Torrington, you can't have overthrows at the bases.
You can't make no mistakes.
And it looks like Andrew has brought the entire infield in, kind of taking that leadership position at the catcher position, which is what you want to see from a catcher. Kind of the anchor and the captain of the team coming out there, bringing them together, probably saying, shake it off, get it together. We've got one out. Let's get the next two outs, keep this game in reach. We're coming up to bat next. Let's go.
And Jewett City will have its 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up in their half of the 6th.
So Colt Regala is ahead 2-1, 2-0, 2-1. One out, one run in for Torrington. Swinging a miss, strike 2. In the dirt.
Ball 3 and the count's full.
Ball 4 and another walk.
Now batting is number 4, Dom DiBaselli.
So here's DiBaselli. He's batted once. He bounced to the pitcher in the first inning. He was subbed Wootenbad for him last time. So after striking out Parkhouse, Torrington has manufactured a couple of walks off of Goodwin and one run in. And there goes Regala. Here's the throw to second. Then he's going to be in there safe. Harden even threw off balance and still got the play. It made it at least
fairly close.
Yeah, threw off his back leg on that one and still made it a close play. And what you're saying is Torrington being able to manufacture runs, because you had mentioned it earlier. No one's going with the long ball. This has all been station to station, moving around the bases.
Yeah. Torrington has been doing a really good job with working the counts, running the bases, taking opportunities, because Jewett City has definitely given them some.
Yeah, taking advantage of those opportunities that Jewett City's allowed for them. Absolutely. Jewett City's going to have to do the same here in the last couple of innings.
Pop up. Coney in foul territory and doesn't get it. Just out of his reach. But Goodwin is now ahead in the count 1-2. But the other thing is, too, Al, is that the Jewett City bats are going to wake up.
Yes, they do. The next inning will be that time to do it for their 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up.
Nice curveball. Got him looking. DiBaselli goes down looking.
Called up the curve. The curve fell right in. Caught him on his heels. Called third strike. That's actually the 2 outs we have are both strikeouts and called third strikes.
And now we have Prindle back up. He struck out.
Now batting is number 15, Aiden Prindle. Number 15.
Carter was up after him. He struck out. So really 2 strikeouts out of the 8 position here in the lineup. That ball is low. Curveball.
Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike to Prindle.
Sun's going down. It's cooling off a little bit. That ball is high. 1-1. 2-1, excuse me. Nice ballpark here at Windsor High School.
Very nice.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Very nice ballpark. And one thing, and you noticed it at the beginning of the game where the position of the sun was, it's actually almost directly behind home plate.
Yeah. There's a fly ball. It's going to drop for a base hit. And here comes the play at the plate. And he's going to be dead duck. And Regala is going to go ahead and argue with the umpire, saying that Oconee was in the base path. I don't think it would have mattered, though.
No,
he was still in the base path. So, I mean, he had him by a full 3 steps.
Yes.
That was a fantastic throw from the outfield into Andrew behind the home plate for the tag.
Yeah.
But reminiscent of just the other day in the 11-12s, we have a potential interference call at third base.
But Oconee was in fair territory. He was on the bag.
He was on the bag.
Yeah.
And the throw was clearly there in time.
Oh, it was.
Oh, he had him by a full 2-3 steps easy. But that's not the question. They're going to call it an obstruction, and they're going to give him the run.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And that's from John Hart.
That's a wow from John.
So the obstruction call costs Jewett City a run, gives Torrington a bigger lead, 5-1 here in the 5th inning. Unfortunate because that was a fantastic relay from the outfield into home plate for that tag.
So Torrington keeps adding to their lead. And here's Santana. And Hayden Prindle takes right off for third. From what I can see, Torrington can pretty much do it all.
Well-rounded ball club.
Well-rounded, yeah.
Okay, still 2 outs for Torrington.
It's been that way for a bit now.
They've been doing this with 2 outs.
Yeah. There's a strike. 1-1.
Definitely a good program here in Torrington, and I think it shows by the state championship last year, state championship in 18, and here at the state finals again in 2021.
He reaches for that one, and that's going to be a base hit, and another run is going to score for Torrington, 6-1. That's the 3rd run this inning, and all on base hits. It's all been on base hits.
As Torrington goes up 6-1.
Little pokes here and there.
Just getting it done, taking advantage of bobbles and misplays in shallow outfield by Jewett City, overthrows at the corners.
And here's Luca White, top of the order. Strike 1.
Not trying to force it.
And there goes Santana. And here's the throw, and Barber couldn't get the scoop.
No, once again, a throw there for Jewett City, but we just can't get the out.
See, and this is what Torrington's doing. You know, they're small balling you to death.
Absolutely. Wear you down.
Foul ball, 1-2. I really think they look at the trajectory where they're going to place the field, because nothing's getting hit, which is good with foul balls.
There have been some close calls, but
high fly, foul, over third, and once again into the batting cage area. So it's going to be good when it looks like till kingdom come for Jewett City.
Yeah, we'll get his pitch count at the end of this, and we'll see how many pitches he has left. He's going to be up around 70.
High and inside. Luca White has, he flew out to center. He walked, got picked off, and then got on base on a fielder's choice in the 4th last inning and scored. Got him looking, and that's The end of that inning. Goodwin gets out of it.
All 3 outs in that inning were called third. 91. I was way off on that one.
Yeah, so that's the last of
He's
Goodwin.
done.
He's done. Yeah, he can't go any more than that. And honestly, he's given up 5 runs. He's not as sharp as he usually is today.
No, not a typical Ashton Goodwin game today. Got deep into counts, got that pitch count up. Torrington's probably doing exactly what they want to do against the pitcher. And then really just Torrington opening it up last inning and scoring those runs, taking advantage of Jewett City mistakes. And like you said, small ball, just moving around the bases on singles.
Well, Jewett City's got to get those bats going now as we're getting into the latter innings, and we're in the top of the 6th going into this one.
Well,
and we have 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up.
So getting back to Goodwin real quick, he has struck out 7, or well, we know that's going to be the end of his tenure for today, with 81 pitches. 95. Oh, so actually, he can go. Okay. All right. So what we just found out from the assistant league director is that he's at 81 pitches. He can go 85.
91 pitches, he can go 95 pitches.
Okay.
So he has 4 pitches still available to him. And with those pitches, he can finish that batter he faces. So he could face one more batter.
So what I was saying about Ashton, again, he struck out 7, but he's walked 4. So that's what I mean. He's not as sharp as he normally is.
Right. No, that's more walks than Goodwin usually gives up.
Yeah.
And then some of the defensive mistakes didn't help the pitcher out.
Yeah.
And that actually allowed Torrington to score with an overthrow at first and then an overthrow at third.
Yeah, and Al, they got to get their bats going.
Yes, they do. Starting right now. Leading off for Jewett City, number 8, Sam Gilgenbach.
Heading into the top of the 6th, the score is Torrington 6, Jewett City 1. And leading off for Jewett City is number 8, Sam Gilgenbach.
So as Al said, we get the 2, 3, 4 batters coming up. Sorry, 2, 1, and 2. So Gilgenbach, Goodwin, and Harden. They got a lot of ground to make up. Got him looking. Gilgenbach will go back to the dugout. 1 down. Here's Goodwin. Goodwin walked. Got stranded on third in the first and then flew out to left in the third. That's 10 in a row. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. 10 in a row.
Yeah, that's impressive. He sat 10 Jewett City batters have been up. 10 Jewett City batters have sat down.
Yeah.
He was up 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes the next pitch for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1 to Goodwin.
Now starting to look at more pitches than Jewett City did earlier in the game. They had the bats swinging early in the game, and that's when they were getting the hits and scored the run. Here in the later innings, the bats have quieted down.
Here's a pop fly into center field. Easy play. That's 11 in a row sat down by the pitcher, Parkhouse.
Now batting is number 45, Andrew Harden. Number 45.
Ball one. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th.
2 quick outs by Parkhouse and 2 quick outs against the number 2 and number 3 batters.
And there's a bouncer to third, foul. So, yeah, let me, let's see. 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 in a row by Parkhurst.
So the 4-hole acting more like hopefully a leadoff here for Jewett City in the top of the 6th inning.
Two balls and 1 strike. And if this inning continues, Calvin Odo will come up, who's 0 for 2 today. Hit him.
And Andrew hit by the pitch. He'll take first. So Jewett City with a base runner here in the top of the 6th.
That hasn't happened very much last couple of innings. Jewett City's been going down 1-2-3, 1-2-3 in their halves of the innings.
Parkhurst has only given up 2 hits. And, you know, I mean, I said it, I believe I said it at the beginning of this game, in the first inning or so, first, second inning. Parkhurst, he's not going to overpower you, but he's hitting spots and he's keeping the ball down and not really giving anybody anything to hit.
No, he's doing a great job hitting the spots. He's been changing speeds. He's got a little bit of movement on his pitches, and he's done just enough that he's needed to do to kind of silence these Jewett City bats.
Yeah.
And he's kept his pitch count way down.
And at the beginning of the game, he was actually, I think he threw like 30 pitches in the first inning.
He was up there in the first. And we talked about it in the second. Was he just calming down with the state championship nerve?
Fly ball. Should be an easy play. And Odo flies out to center.
Pitch count 79.
So 79. So he can essentially can come back and finish it up next inning.
Well,
He'll have 16 pitches that he'll be able to throw.
well,
Right, he's being
City,
really efficient with his pitches. Jewett City batters helping him out with that.
Yeah.
79 pitches after 6. He can definitely come out and complete this game.
Absolutely. All right, so Goodwin is back on the hill, so he's really only going to get probably 1, well, maybe 2, depending on what happens.
mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. So with the pitches that Ashton Goodwin has available to him, which is 4, if he could get a real quick out and a couple of pitches with the first batter, he can face the second batter with the 3, possibly 4 remaining, or 2 or 3 remaining pitches, and then be able to complete that batter. But that will end his game. This will be the last inning we see of Ashton Goodwin.
Yeah. And who knows? It's just going to depend on this first batter and how, does he get to the second batter? Because he has 6 pitches, right? 4.
He's got 4 left.
Okay. So if he throws 3 pitches to the first batter, he can go to the second and whatever it takes.
As long as he stays within those 4 pitches, he can face the next batter.
So who comes in after that?
My money's on Calvin Odo.
Okay. How much money you got?
$3.
All right.
I got to save him for the bomb pop.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
where did
true,
the ice
yeah.
cream man go?
He left.
He went that way.
All right, bomb pop offers off the table.
Bomb pops them off. Okay.
Darn it.
Well, Torrington's got their 2, 3, 4 batters coming up. And Jewett City in their half of the
Was that yours? I keep
7th.
grabbing yours.
Uh,
I buy all these sodas and I keep grabbing the wrong one. That's how Jean's got hers over by Lock and Key over there.
yes, she does.
Leading off for Torrington in the bottom of the 6th. Number 5, Jack McCoy.
Here's McCoy,
5.
1 for 3. Bounced first, bounced to, well, actually, he bounced to the pitcher twice. And the second time, it was a deflection to the second baseman and off the first and then third time up, base hit. There's a grounder to Oconee. On over to Gilgenbach, who Can't scoop it up, goes away, and McCoy is going to get down to second. So this has been the story today. This has been the story. It's just been just some rough fielding attempts with Jewett City today.
Yeah, it's been defensive mistakes that Torrington's been able to capitalize on. And that's really something that Jewett City cannot afford to do in a state championship, especially against a team that's been here before.
Yeah. Here's Logan Tusherney. Walk double and bounce to the pitcher. Nobody out, runner on second. So this is going to be the last batter that Goodwin sees, I believe.
Yes.
There's a grounder to, and there you go. Same thing.
Same thing. Defensive bobble
E6.
allows another Torrington base runner to get on base. You've got runners on the corners. And as expected, here comes manager Gary Ratcliffe to the mound.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You say Odo's coming in, right?
I did.
See who he calls. Takes the ball from Goodwin. And Oconee.
Oh, it looks like WJ's coming in. Surprise move by Ratcliffe. So with that decision right there, I'm thinking Gary's thinking long term. He's thinking game 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So WJ Oconee.
Your attention, please.
And the name Oconee, very synonymous with this team.
Number 12, Walter Oconee.
And that's where we'll stay.
Right. Absolutely. But no, going back to the pitching situation. So you have Andrew slated to start tomorrow. Ashton's no longer eligible to pitch
And
with
you
his
got
pitch
Odo.
count for the rest of the tournament. But now Odo remains eligible for tomorrow, potentially even Wednesday.
So here's what it looks like. We've got nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 6-1 Torrington. They are threatening again. And again, it's a small ball. You know, Alan? It's,
Yes, they're not hitting. I mean, they're getting their base hits and their doubles, but that's about it. We haven't seen one home run yet, or one triple even.
Alan, we haven't seen one really past short field.
Yeah.
It's been all small ball. But they've been nickel and diming you to death to the point where they've capitalized on mistakes by Jewett City. And that's what happens.
Yes.
Sometimes it's all you need to do.
Just execute very well, and that's what they have done. Torrington has executed very well.
So you hate to say anything about the hometown, but sometimes you lose to the other team. Sometimes you let them beat you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's any contest. And I think this game right here, Jewett City let them beat them.
Well, I think Jewett City's more beat themselves in this particular game. I
Yeah.
think when we go back and look at this scorebook after this game, we're going to see where there was a lot of extra bases and even some runs that were scored based on Jewett City mistakes.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
And you know what? This team is so much better than that.
We've seen it. They've proven it. They went through districts, won their district, District 11. They went through sectional, Section 2. They won the sectional. Here they are in the state championship. This is a good team. Both these teams, Torrington and Jewett City, the best that Connecticut has to offer in this age group.
Yeah. Two best teams in the state.
Runner takes off for second. Now second and third for Torrington.
And here's
with
Parkhouse.
no outs.
And here's Parkhouse. That ball is way out, and here comes another run. Ball goes back to the backstop. 7-1 Torrington as McCoy comes across.
And touch your knee is at third now.
Yes. Swing and a miss. Parkhouse actually struck out last inning to start the fifth.
So what we've seen real early from Oconee right now is he's missing high. He needs to drive off that mound, come over the top with his pitches, get those back into the zone.
Ball 4.
Runners down on the corners, first and third, no outs for Torrington.
Now, Detail is the one that started the scoring last inning, who got on base with a walk.
Yes.
Got to second, and then a couple of bad throws, and he just came all the way around. So they're going to get a courtesy runner for Parkhouse to Matt Hand. Hand goes to second, and here's another ball.
Handed the second on the pitch in the dirt. That's going to put Torrington runners on second and third. And it kind of goes back to what Al and I were talking about yesterday that Jewett City probably hadn't realized at the time is that they had held this Torrington team to just a couple of runs. But here's Torrington coming back late, just tacking on more runs because they have scored in excess of 10 runs a game almost routinely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Swing and a miss.
Counting's eating it up at 1 ball, 1 strike to Tell.
Here's a fly ball into left field. It's going to get another run home. As Touch Your Knee is going to come home with the 8th Torrington run. So give him a sac fly.
Absolutely. Jewett City able to get the out with the catch on the fly ball from the left fielder, Brendan Hopkins. But once again, the throw into the infield was missed by the shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson De La Cruz coming up.
Little mistakes like that cost you the games. 1 out.
Swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike. You know, and I know it sounds like we're ragging on the Jewett City team a little bit, but the truth is every team has a bad day.
Yes, they do.
And today they're having a bad day.
It's a bad baseball day for Jewett City, and I wouldn't call it ragging on Jewett City. I would say it's being more critical and objective to the way that they played this baseball game.
Yes.
1 and 2. 2 and 2. So only 1 out. A couple more runs in for Torrington. They have a runner on second in Hand. That just missed.
I'm thinking on that pitch there was a disagreement between the catcher and the umpire on where that pitch was.
See, Drew was like, "What?" He just held his glove there. 3 and 2. Fouled back.
So even though we got a 3-2 count with a runner at second for Torrington, it looks like WJ is settling down a little bit. His pitches are coming into the strike zone. He's getting some swings and misses. He's getting some swings and some foul balls.
Grounder over to third, over to Gilgenbach. And Hand makes it over to third, so 2 down.
Very nice defensive play by Jewett City right there. Fielded the ball, looked the runner back to second, threw to first, got the out. Runner took to third, throw back over to third, cut off by the third baseman short. Leaves the third baseman at third. Correction, the base runner at third. 2 outs. Now we just attack the batter at the plate.
Two outs for Torrington. Runner at third.
Here's a fly ball into center field. Here comes Oda. And he gets it to end the 6th. So Oconee comes in and pretty much shuts the door. Just threw the ball over and got the outs.
That's what you got to do. He settled down. That's what I was saying. You could notice a difference in WJ's pitching there with the last couple of batters. Settled down. He's driving off the mound. He's coming over the top with his pitches. He's hitting the strike zone.
Yeah.
And then look what happens. He gets 2 outs, gets Jewett City out of that inning. The score is 8-1. We're going into the top of the 7th. It's like you've said before, Mike, 1,000 times in these broadcasts. It's not over
till it's
over.
You just never, ever know. So Parkhouse, who's been very economical with his pitches, he's at what, 71?
79.
Or 79, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so he's done quite well. He's given up 2 hits. That's it. He's been very stingy and has done a great job on the mound.
And he's trusted his defense to back him up. And before we run out of innings, this Little League International Tournament game is presented by Streaming News and Sports Network, SN Radio, under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball, and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Okay, we're going to say hello to a couple of our sponsors. One, let's say hello to Joanne McCoy over at the Slater Mill Mall. Runs a store called Somewhere in Time. Now it's called Time, T-Y-M-E. All right, so a little play on words there. They got furniture. You can see on the graphic right on the screen. Furniture, coins, DVDs, glassware, electronics, and more, new and used. 860-334-7639 is the number. It doesn't matter if you live in Torrington. You can give her a call.
Yeah, you can.
She'll hook you up.
Pick up that cell phone and give her a call.
And also, thank you to Valentine Lawn Solutions at 860-917-4614. It doesn't matter if you live in Torrington. We'll come and hook you up, right?
Here we go.
And now they are what these businesses are.
Local.
One
word says it all.
All right, here we go.
Jewett City, last chance here. Top of the 7th. And the counts 1 ball, no strike.
There's Hopkins. Swinging
number
a miss.
17.
As Brendan Hopkins, he batted once so far. That was in the first inning, and he popped up to the first baseman.
Count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a fly ball into right. Easy play for who's out there? Santana.
Number 12, Walter Oconee.
Oconee now the batter.
Oconee came in to pitch. Strike 1. There's 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Torrington in the lead, 8-1. And line drive to left field, but again, right at somebody.
Nice shot, put the right part of the bat on the ball, sent it into left field. Unfortunately, the left fielder just had to come up a couple of steps and make the out on the line.
Jewett City down to their last out now. Here in the top of the 7th.
Strike 1. Here's Deskis. Down 1 strike. That ball was high.
And for Jewett City, with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, Caden Deskus is a threat to hit. He had a couple of doubles in that sectional championship.
All these kids can hit. They're just not hitting today.
Correct.
3 balls and 1 strike. So Parkhouse trying to end the game, but that always happens with the 2 outs. And that's a strike on the inside corner. So now Parkhouse is at a full count. So Jewett City in game 1 of the state championships down to their last strike. Ball 4. And
all right.
Ball 4 will put Caden Deskus on first base, gives Jewett City another base runner here in the top of the 7th. And Derek Barber is coming to the plate.
Barber has one of the 2 hits.
Yeah, he had it back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah. And that's up the middle for a base hit and finds a hole. So here comes Jewett City. Barber with his 2nd hit of the ball game.
It's not over till it's over.
That goes to the top of the inning. I mean, top of the order with Colin Schultz. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. Time has been called.
Derek Barber getting it done in the number 9 batting slot. And we had talked about it before, Mike. The number 9 batter being more
like
of a leadoff hitter. Turns the order over. We're now with Colin Schultz batting number 1. He's got runners at first and second.
Jewett City still clinging to this game.
Hey, all I can tell you is the Red Sox were down 4-0 the other day. They won 5-4.
Yes, they did.
Grounder fouled on the third base side.
They were down 4-0 and getting no hit.
Yeah, no hit.
I know.
Until the 8th inning. Yeah. The 8th inning, and it fell apart.
So it is never over until
it's over.
It's over.
0-1 on the batter. Schultz.
Barber not even holding him on first. Fouled and out of play. Ooh, that just missed the Honda.
About 10 minutes ago, that would have been a bomb pop.
Well, I heard the ice cream man was still in the area, though, so he might not get out of that.
0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's it.
That high pitch. Swinging at it.
That's the ball game. Final score: Torrington 8, Jewett City 1. How about a nice round of applause for both teams?
So, game 1 is in the books.
Yes, it is.
And congratulations.
Torrington takes game number 1. And it's certainly not over, as game number 1 goes to Torrington tomorrow night, 5:30. We'll be back on once again right here. I want to go ahead and thank all of our sponsors once again. Valentine Lawn Solutions, brand spanking used thrift store, Somewhere in Time. That's also, both those stores, by the way, are both in the Slater Mill Mall.
Yes, sir.
Right there in Jewett City. Two Sisters Shipping and Business Center. We certainly appreciate Kim and her staff there at Two Sisters for hooking us up there and taking care and supporting
local businesses.
Local business.
Yeah.
Then, of course, the Hopkins Harrell family, the Taylor family, the Deskus Ratcliffe family, and how can we forget Grandma Carol?
Grandma Carol.
Grandma Carol, thank you.
That's it. Now, you folks in Torrington, if you appreciated this SNSN broadcast today, we urge you, we ask you to please make a donation so we can continue these as well. You can take it via Venmo at SNSN-radio. We would certainly appreciate your generosity as well. So,
yes.
Anyhow, for Al Gear, Mr. Jewett City, I can't think of a nickname for you yet. John Harden, I'm Mike Minarski. Thanks a lot, guys. 8-1, your final score. Torrington on top. We will see you once again tomorrow, right here at Windsor High School for game number 2 of the state championship, 13-14 boys baseball. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.